Hey everyone, how's it going? Just getting set up. We are going to continue trying our run for Mythic. So we will get going and I'm just going to set up for the stream. Welcome back, MTG Joe here. Today we're continuing our trek to Mythic. We are doing a kind of speed run as fast as we can to Mythic rank. We're trying out a bunch of different decks while we're doing it. We're not just picking a tier 1 deck necessarily and grinding 100 games with it. We want to try out a couple different decks, tier 2 decks, fun decks along the way to kind of get through that journey. We're doing this live on YouTube for a live stream, so you'll see chat and stuff come up. I'll try to do these a couple times on the weekend as well to interact a bit more with the community. So we're continuing. We got almost to Plat 2 earlier this morning, playing some Fight Rigging and Boros Control in Standard. We're going to switch over formats. We are going to try out some updated Izzet Wizards, a list that's kind of been going around on Untapped, and it is including Snapcaster Mage, the old favorite card of mine. I played a lot of this in paper. I started playing competitively during Innistrad RTR Standard, so this card holds a lot of weight to me because I used to play a lot of Control as well. Nephalia Drown Yard specials, Snap Bolts kind of specials in Modern at the time. So it is a very aggressively slanted Izzet Wizards deck. So you have things like Symmetry Sage that buffs up other creatures with Magecraft, gives it base power 3 greater. Soulscar Mage has Prowess. You can flashback spells with Dreadhorde Arcanist or Snapcaster Mage. There's a lot of ways to buff Arcanist's power, whether it be Symmetry Sage or Balmor, which allows you to flashback more expensive spells. This particular version of the Wizards deck, it's not looking to do like expressive iteration stuff. Instead, you want to kill your opponent fast. So bunch of burn, Wizard's Lightning, Static Discharge, Play with Fire, Reckless Charge gives a boost and haste. We're also going to try to take some extra turns for 1 mana with Piece It Together as another way to kind of get some value out of it. So just a lot of cheap kind of cantrips, some bounce with Fading Hope because Atraxas are going around with Reanimator decks, and a singular Mentor's Guidance. Mana base, we got some Dens as our creature land, Sokuzan, Otawara. So let's give this a go, see how it plays out. I'm always interested to see if the new decks actually hold their weight, like the new cards. So we'll give this a go, and then we'll probably play some more of my mono-green Stompy list and explore. Probably hit one of every format today. Might play some Alchemy Red as well. Someone got #1 Mythic this month with Alchemy Red, so it's one of my favorite decks. I know people aren't fond of Alchemy, but I got to #1 in August last year with that deck, and it kind of holds a special part in my heart. So we're playing Joey G, 1005, Battle of the Joes. Keep this hand, looks pretty solid. So we want a couple more spells just to get some value, but Soulscar into Balmor can unleash a whole bunch of damage. On the play looks good. So Divine Purge card we don't see, so Rockvale. That's actually really nice. Lets us chump in some damage. Werewolves in this economy? So I have a couple options here. And I think it's just control the board. Give the boost here. I could have like set up the attack and then snap back. Hey Jerry, I have not. I'm missing the Grixis, the Demir dude. What's his name? The one that comes back, the reoccurring one. All right, well, Werewolves isn't really a deck, but that's a very explosive start. It's on the list. I'm trying to just play through, get my Mythic, and then we'll try out some brews, or once we hit the floor, because we're halfway through, then once we get to Diamond 4, then I'll play a little bit more untested decks. But there's a list going around. I posted, it's like over here, there's one. Let me pull it up. Luris. Yeah, we'll probably keep this. I am missing Prized Amalgam is the name of that card. Yes. So this is hammer time from the opponent. So they can deal huge chunks of damage. Ah! So we took a chance them not having Portable Hole. Obviously, that sucks. Shadow Spear, I'll come down, I'll give him Trample. Need a creature here. Oh, that's not what you want to see. Maybe we should have waited just the configuration of our hand, but would potentially lead to a more explosive start. They'll find the Fighters class. Or not the Fighter, the Colossal Hammer. Okay, so Static Discharge isn't going to do much here, to be honest. They play that, equip cost becomes 2. So I think what we're going to do is just Sokuzan, try to catch some things in blocking. So that's going to auto-equipped. Gives them 10 power. We're just dead. They'll have Trample. Throw that there. I need Fading Hope. These have haste, so we can get through. Yeah, we're just... Sometimes that happens. We needed them to just not have Portable Hole. The hand looks a lot different if they don't have it, and we just drew the instant speed removal. If we had the Wizard's Lightning a turn earlier, it plays out a lot different. We're able to hit the Kemba before it comes down. And then we kind of hit them again, so we go first. We'll keep this. I usually like going Symmetry early. How's it playing in Explorer Jiri? Are you doing the Sultai version? Okay, so Mirror. So we're going to hope they don't have Wizard's Lightning here. Play with Fire is a little awkward. I usually like Strangle in these decks. Royal Eruption. Okay, so it's a budget consideration. In case we draw a land. So intensity here, once we get to 4, we get to take an extra turn. It's a frothy coffee. I'm having a couple of those a little annoying. So that's intensity 3. Draw if... Instead, take an extra turn. So we're just going to pass this turn because I have access to Fading Hope. If not, I'm just going to consider, but it gives us some options. Notably, I have to do this on my turn because the Piece It Together is a sorcery speed spell. So we'll just consider here. I think I like the Dread Horde. And I actually think I'm just going to do this. If they try to burn it, then I have access to Fading Hope to bounce it back to hand. And then we just do it again. And if they don't, I think I want to hit a land here or haste. I can see Angels being a tough one for it. Okay, so we've already seen 3 burn spells. Let's try this again. There's just a lot of upside if I can attack with this Dread Horde. I don't know if this gets me the extra turn. So this next one will. So now we'll Snapcaster back, take an extra turn, and then I can go land, play Symmetry Sage, Static Discharge, Flashback, Static Discharge. So I can play with fire. I think we do this. I think they're getting priority from the Castle Vantress. Okay, that one felt better. The snap taking the extra turn there helped, let us set up. We were a little bit stuck on mana. Not too shabby, not too shabby. I think, like, Explorer, there's a cut. My problem with Explorer Best of One, it's very hard for your deck to both be competitive against Angels and Greasefang at the same time. And then you end up in these kind of awkward positions. This hand's a little slow, but we're on the draw, so maybe we keep it. We have removal early if needed. This is hammered. Nope, life gain. Okay, so we will have to kill Trellisara here, just because it's going to get outside of my range of damage. Okay, that's actually good, because then I can... No, no, no! I cast the wrong spell! No! No! It was supposed to be Static Discharge. Ah. That was dumb. Okay, so I can kill the Ajani, it's Pride Mate. So I don't want to give him the extra life. Problem is... that's going to cost me the game. Misclick. So I think it is... Kill this. Play this, say go. Take 6. That's so annoying. We had this game too, because I killed that and then I'm in such a good spot, but... Okay, so... No lifelink this turn, but next turn they will be able to. We're taking 9. Go to 2. It's terrifying. But I think I can clear their board. No, I'm short 1. So Reckless Charge leaves me 1 behind. Valmore chumps, but they gain the life. I'm just dead. That's a misclick. Yeah, buddy, calm down. You gotta think sometimes. So that was just a misclick. I was supposed to kill the thing. We can deal 3 or 4, but once it gets to 6, it just doesn't work out timing-wise. And we had to take off the life linker because they could have infinited us. That one's annoying. We probably win that. Because we take that off. Back to the drawing board. So I think we just play this out. This is Jund Delirium or Gruul Delirium, maybe? Unholy Heat. So they're close to having Delirium active. So I can take out both their creatures, which looks pretty good here. I want to keep up Fading Hope. I actually think this turn... So I take the extra turn. Because that's going to be able to eat at my graveyard. I think we go for the card advantage here. So for Delirium, they have land, creature, instant. They do try to kill something here. I have access to bounce. So we have some protection. I think we just bounce here. I want to set up my scries. So I'll get to take an extra turn. So I can cast this one from my graveyard. I can bounce that, which I think I still want to do the bounce. But that'll get me the spell, so I don't really care for that. Go face. Yeah. And then take an extra turn, and then just do a whole bunch. The turn spell's pretty good. 1 mana, just incidentally draw you cards. Like, if I'm not clicking the wrong cards to play. We're 3 and 2 with the list. Should be 4 and 1. How's everybody doing in chat today? As a reminder, folks, for the entire month of April, all money I make on YouTube, all YouTube revenue, I'm donating it to Toronto-based food banks, so giving it away to the poor. This hand is sketchy against Luris on the play. This hand is much better. I think we get rid of Valmore. So if you want to help support the channel, just watch any of my videos. Okay, so this is Boros Burn, most likely. So all my creatures are probably going to be dead. So I am going to save this Arcanist to when I'm able to get some value out of it. So I'm going to Reckless here. So they play Eidolon, they play Swiftspear, they play this, they play Kumano. So hopefully this gets them to commit a little to the board. I'm able to sneak down Dreadhorde here. So for 1 mana they can't actually hit anything, but they did get DRC active. Okay, so that's actually not, it's not great, but it's not terrible in the sense, because now I hit the Wizard's Lightning, which is good. So I can do this. That lets me stitch together. I can Wizard's Lightning. That'll hit me for another 3. Take the card draw here. We're taking a little bit of a risk, all things considered. If they have a haste creature, it's a big chunk of damage. But next turn... Okay, so Eidolon comes down. So I can actually bolt... Ew, that's scary. So I can bolt this, go to attack, bolt... Then I have 3 in the air that I'm taking. I can bolt this. I can't flash back the bolt this turn though, so that's fine. That gives me a blocker, but I could snap a bolt, take 4, have 2 blockers. So maybe just do that. This is starting intensity 3, so I don't get to take an extra turn. And the thing is, I need to do this on red. If they didn't have Eidolon, and they got 2 counters, just like the perfect mix here. I think I'm dead anyways. Because I take... Yeah, I'm just dead. I needed them not to have Eidolon. If they didn't have the Eidolon, I was okay. I'm able to block. We took a chance. Maybe it was right that turn to Wizard's Lightning, but they had the Because the thing is, I couldn't use Snapcaster for added value, so I kind of lose out on that. But maybe it's just Snapcaster, have the blocker, and kind of go from there. So we go first here. I'm gonna lead on... So Jengantha will have a harder time with Sage. I should be playing Jengantha Companion. Okay, so here... Just pump through a bunch of damage. 8 damage turn 2. I forgot to add Jengantha. We'll add that. There's no reason to not play it. See, Soul Scar. So all things considered, that's fine. This will let me cast Dreadhorde. Obviously wish we had the haste in hand, but they need 2 burn spells to clean my board. They could easily have Wizard's Lightning and like a 3 damage, 2 damage there. Dreadhorde with haste could get back Play with Fire. So they can chunk in some damage, but they're just dead. Cool. We basically mirrored each other's. Hey Joseph, how's it going? What free info? Boom, 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 boom. Oh yeah, I guess Jengantha gives away free info. It might be right not to play it, because you pretty much always know your opponents on... Like, you're going to guess your opponents on Wizards more than you're going to guess your opponent is on, like, Niv or Reanimator. Reanimator's starting to play it too, the Atraxa version, because they don't play anything double pip. It might be right to still play it. It's like, okay, so are you going to get to 5 minutes? Yeah, with the Companion. No, I realized after I asked. Diamond Gamers. Playing some Diamond Gamers. Opponents first. I'm gonna try this. I like it. Okay, well... That needs to die. Do we just do it now? Okay, opponent's trying to jank us. This gets a whole lot of damage. I'm just gonna play it safe. So, equipped creature has +2 on reach whenever it deals damage. Yeah. I'm gonna kill 1 just to be mana efficient. We'll take our chance here. The Kahira. Yeah, Kahira is always... It's funny if you're actually playing like Temur Elementals. Whenever it's dealt, just kill that now. Cool. Cool. That was just the, like, don't get Cigar to aid. You can win the game, you have 2 1-mana burn spells, just don't get janked out of the game like we did the other game. Alright. Slightly positive win rate with Wizards. We punted a couple, but all in all, not too bad. So I'm going to wrap this one up for Wizards. I do want to try... I think at the very least, I want to give 1 game. I know people hate Alchemy. I want to give 1 game of this, see how it plays out. Best of 3 version of Alchemy. This list got number 1. I just tweaked some sideboard stuff. I really like Kyla's Kindling in like grindier matchups, provides a lot of card advantage. But this is very similar to my best of 1 list. So I'm going to give this a go. We'll play 1 game, see how it plays out. Welcome back, MTG Joe here. Today we are doing our quest for Mythic. Speedrunning it as fast as we can. We're trying out a bunch of different decks while we're doing it, trying to have some fun. Trying to hit every single format on Arena as well today. So we've done Standard, we did some Historic. I want to try out some Alchemy Mono-red since this list just hit number 1 by Trial MTG. Best of 3 Alchemy Mono-red. It's a list I got to number 1 Mythic with earlier in August last year, but very aggressively slanted red deck. We got some sideboard options, Molten Impact, Chandra's, Graveyard Hate, Kill Shield, Druid Hate, Brotherhood's End for like go wide decks, and then a Kyla's Kindling for the grindier matchup. So this version's going with some Squeeze in the main, Traumatic Prank, no Molten Impacts. I want to see how that plays out. But we're going to give it a go. We'll play 1 game, see how it plays out. I know some folks were asking for Alchemy content. I know it's not everyone's favorite, but I want to just see what this is all about. If it's just Grixis.decks across every format in this, and there's not a lot of variety, we'll give it a go. But also, if this happens a lot, if we get down paired to like gold and silver, play first, say go, great hand. But we are going to try, after this, we'll play some Explore, try to get it through as many games. We are live on YouTube today, doing a live stream as we kind of do our journey to the Mythic rank, hopefully. A couple pips away from Diamond, and then we'll go from there. Great follow-up play. So this, we don't know quite yet what the opponent's on. White could be some sort of control deck. I don't know if they're on Divine Purge yet, so I'm going to wait, because I don't want everything to get hit by Purge. And then I have this burn. If they're on a creature deck, I just take out their creatures. Yeah, so... they are some sort of either life gain control deck. That's actually pretty solid. So we could get hit by a sweeper here. It's not the end of the world. Oh shit. They're still dead. Okay. Well, the card you don't want to see when you're mono red. You got me. Okay, so damage can't be prevented, but this supersedes it, so it doesn't work. Probably want Chandra's in this matchup. Probably don't want the burn, to be honest. It's a pretty large glut of 3 drops. Maybe trim squee. Just play it like that. Like, the Vindicator is scary. I need to try to beat it through combat. I do have Traumatic Prank, which is nice. It could get around it being able to block, which is good as well. So we got up to -7 on turn 5, and they gained 6 life. So we did 33 damage in 5 turns. Which is pretty sweet. See how long. If it was just like mono white control, I'd be fine. Just the Vindicator scares me a bit. But we'll see how this one goes. I've been mentioning this in the videos, but for the month of April, any revenue that I generate via YouTube, I'm donating the entirety of it. Every single dollar I am donating to a local Toronto-based food bank to help out the hungry. Mana base is a little awkward, but hopefully use these tieflings here. They provide some card advantage. I like Swift Spear as a follow-up play potentially. Getting Kumano out early is not bad, but I think we just go Tiefling here. It might be right just to push damage early. We'll see. Do need to hit a land drop here. This list play was originally playing 3 Mishras. Let's do this. This makes my squee better. What the hell is this? Whenever it attacks, conjure a card named Tempered Steel into your hand. Okay. Since they'll likely have the Vindicator next turn, that lets me go squee. This pushes more damage this turn, so this gives me 2. But that gives me 3, so I think we do this. A little bit of math with this one. Okay. It's actually a great draw. Lets me take Steel Seraph off the battlefield. Hopefully they just block Swift Sphere so I can point this face. Down to 9. Got some squeeze lined up. Okay, no Vindicator this turn. Even if they have Divine Purge, which I don't think they're going to have Purge. Could have a removal spell here, but we are a deck that's going to be attacking and attacking a lot. Might have been wrong at Kyla's, but we didn't see much out of them. They seem more controlling. Beginning of your upkeep. Exile target creature. At the beginning of your upkeep, if this card is exiled, it perpetually gets +1/1, then you may put it on the battlefield. Isn't that just like Swords to Plowshare? Oh, okay. I get control of it, but... GG! Well, that was quick. Alright, let's see if we could just power into Diamond, and then I'm going to play some Grixis Dredge. I just want to get Diamond Floor, and then we can experiment with some real Fringe decks, but when we're this close to the top of the next level, then we want to just kind of go hard at it. Hand's a little loose, but Ambergris has a lot of utility. Opponent, this might be a mirror with opponent on Chandra sleeves. I only kept his hand because of Ambergris. I'd like a spell, to be honest. We don't run Ambergris into Naked Mana. We really wanted a spell there. A spell somewhere in that just to bridge the gap. Okay, Corpse Appraiser. Am I willing to trade the Ambergris for an Appraiser here to refill my hand? Lightning Strike could be great. Okay, so they got... Jeez. Think here, just try to... No, we need some more card advantage. If they drop Shieldred here, I'm just gonna concede most likely. That's also very annoying. Problem is, I do that, it... Wow, they take the trade there. We're probably still dead. So Viconia could specialize, depending what they specialize. Tiefling doesn't do too much here, but just play out our cards. Ooh, Tiefling taking Bloodthirsty Adversary is scary. Seen a lot of lands this game. 8 lands in the top 16, 22 lands. Might just, I guess Traumatic Prank keeps us in this. But I'm finding more removal. Just rebuying this stuff seems pretty bad. Took a chance. So... yeah, they just get extra value. They have the removal. Prank doesn't really do it here. Squee also. We'll just go to the next one. The problem is they're gaining too much life now. And then they're going to refill their hand. So we'll try the Kindling. We'll try the Chandras. The Squees are interesting here. I don't think we want the Play with Fires. We might want the Molten Impacts. Maybe 2. Trim a Squee. Because they probably bring Sweepers in. On the draw, I'm going to bring in my Sweepers. I actually don't think Squee's great in this matchup. With Squee, they have a lot of 3 toughness and they have ways to exile, so it's not as good. The Kailas can let me grind a bit. There is a we don't have a Braids, which would be a card I'd bring in here since it could also hit, but this is part of the reason I don't really want to play this format in best of 3. There's so much Grixis going around. Hand looks decent. See if we can steal one. So we'll see how they kind of lead out, if their hand kind of... Okay, so they had the impact. The problem here, obviously, another burn spell takes out 2 of my things. I think we're just doing this. This still has some utility. I don't want to give up the land yet. That one kind of hurts. Also, like, this card's kind of absurd. Okay, so I can Chandra here. I honestly think we just prank. Because that puts them to 2, Chandra puts them another damage, so now they need to find a couple answers. And they die. We can kill them through a Shieldred. Okay, so they are playing Invoke Despair. It's worth noting. They can't invoke this turn. They could Shieldred. They're going with the Scry here. Okay.
You know what's great at dispelling darkness? A blazing and let's bring things up to a simmer.
So we're just gonna do this. They could have the Molten Impact, but this leads me to be able to prank if they don't, which has some value. They could... They need to gain some life here. So we were hoping they didn't have. So I need a land here. Land one time. I guess they do get to exile from my graveyard. Okay, that's not bad. Let's try to find a burn spell here. Okay, so that means... Okay, I gotta play this out, unfortunately. I know they can exile, they can get the Brotherhood's End back. I'm just in a bad spot, all things considered. I have a lot of, like, action off the top. I also have this land. Okay, so they keep Molten. That can deal with 2 of my creatures, but it does force Viconia back. Every card in my deck's castable. Prank. Squee gets me 2 bodies. Lightning Strike. Molten Impact works. They do have a Braid as removal, as opposed to just... These cards do so much. Okay, so they can specialize here. I think we just need to try to attack in here. They most likely have a removal spell. Alright, I get 2 more Tieflings out of this. And my goal with this is to just try. So, they have a removal spell. I lose everything on my board, which they do. But again, you can only play around what you got. We basically put it to them that they had to have a removal spell the way they kind of set up their hand. So now I need to draw action this turn or I'm dead. Anything. 1 time. 1 time. Yeah, removal. Of course they do. Yeah, this format's kind of boring. When it's just like everything's a 2-for-1 or 3-for-1, it's just not that enjoyable. So we're gonna go to Explore now. Generally have more fun with that. So this is the mono green Stompy list I've been playing a lot of recently. Been enjoying it. It allows you to kind of attack 2 of the more prevalent decks. With Angels, you can race them just with a bunch of chunky creatures. You can make blockers that have reach. Coco helps you just kind of find like 9 to 10 power in a shot. You have Graveyard Hate with Scavenging Ooze for the Greasefang matchup. And it's just a really resilient, aggressively slanted deck. So we'll give it a go, see how it plays out. Explore rank. Green Stompy. So the reason in this deck that we are playing Vivian over the Great Henge is because it creates you consistent pressure, doesn't allow you to overcommit into something like a Farewell, doesn't incidentally get hit by if your opponent decides they want to be main boarding, who knows, a braid, anything of that nature. His hand's a little bit slow. We don't have action against Greasefang, but I think I'm going to keep it just because there's a lot of power here. So spirits can be tough. Mono blue, they're on the play. If we're on the draw, it's okay. But they are going to be able to pace us quite well here. And they do have a counter. Yeah, it's going to be play draw probably. So they're going to tap down here. So they can hit me now for a bit. Good hand for opponent. They didn't need counters, but I think we're just dead here. So that can let them rattle chains. Doing this first because the Wander can't work here. No, we're just dead. They had it all. This matchup's very much play draw dependent, and if we have an elf on one, because we can push out big damage, but the fact they were able to control our board, if we drew the fight spell like a turn earlier maybe, but even then, they're holding up 1 mana, which wouldn't have worked for them. We could have still fought, which would have helped. No elf again. These hands very much want elves, but on the play, 2-drop, hopefully find a 3-drop. Notable, we drew 2 of our 3 non-snow lands in the deck. This will make it a little bit worse for this Blizzard Sprawl. Well, against Heroic, this is actually okay. Hopefully, no Reckless Rage. The Vans, thank you, appreciated. So this actually is pretty bad because I can't attack either. Need a land. Okay, we're just dead here. Ah, what's happening? How's it going today? Getting the wrong side of some variants. We have enough lands. The fact we're just drawing the wrong half. Bit of the best of one scenario. I have like a 67% win rate. Might have dropped a little after that one, to be honest. Taking 2 losses, but 65%. Hovering around 2/3. But we'll give it a go, see what works. Opponent goes first. I think we keep... Vans, thank you, thank you. That's very kind of you. With all the funds going out this month. Okay, well. We got Cleansing Wildfire Gamers. We are donating every dollar earned this month from YouTube to local Toronto charities. So all those memberships will be helping out those that are hungry in the city. Might have a sweeper here. Just gonna kill this. I don't know how many better options we're gonna have. This lets me play around Anger the Gods. If they have Chandra here, the Chandra can kill my old growth, but it ramps me a lot. And then I could get a pump going. Yeah, so. We'll hit there. I think just with the way the board is right now, we'll just eat there. I might be should have held it for the Fable, because if they go Cavalier here, it's a little scary. Fires into Chandra. Karn. I appreciate the support. They're getting boats. Karn Silex. It's an interesting turn. I am forced, I think, to kill Karn because it could untap the Silex. I think we go Pack Leader Eats, saves me. Gets me around another Brotherhood Zen. A little bit of an awkward matchup. We had to do that just because this was going to wipe my board next turn. Okay, so they Braid, that's their second spell. Kiki doesn't do anything. So they probably block with Kiki this turn. So that's actually good, the Ronus. Because it gives me an indestructible that doesn't get... No, this is exile. No, destroy each non-land permanent. Okay. Well, you are indestructible. So you can't die. You can't die. And then Steel Leaf could come down and protect me. The nice thing too, this Field of Ruin could only target non-basic, so it can't strip mine me off the old gold troll. So if we draw land, I could double spell Gold Span Dragon. Hello. So you want to race. I can do this, eat 2, that'll let me attack. Do that, that's 4. Steel Leaf still comes, so we'll probably do that. So you need power 4 here. The audio is like real glitchy right now, so I'm probably going to reset the client after this. So Ronus can't give itself trample, but I will be able to give the Scavenging Ooze trample if needed. We have another target in their yard. They have a lot of mana. What they do with that mana, we will see. They have 2 spells they can cast for free. They have a Den of the Bugbear. Tony, thank you for the sub. Thank you for the support. Ugin, the hell is this? Oh my god. I can't beat Ugin. So that's how today's gonna go. We had a good run this morning, but apparently this afternoon is just gonna be opponent on Ugins. Give me a sec, let me just reset the client. Cards that beat us. Ugin. I can't see how opponent's deck is beating Angels. They're just going to outgain so much of your life. Like, you have to try to get to Ugin, but they're not playing 4 damage removal spells. Their sweepers don't hit. Karn doesn't really do much against Angels. You're really relying on the Sylex. Yeah, but like maybe a mono green devotion, but like that red deck, superior art. So you could go Steel Leaf on 2 here. No Thoughtseize, no Thoughtseize, no Thoughtseize. Yeah, whatever. You push the elf. Mono black devotion. We're just gonna pass the turn here. Let them play out whatever they want. Steel Leaf's actually really good here because it doesn't care what this toughness is. It can't be blocked by power, which is meaningful. Take some damage. The one thing we want to be mindful of here is they might be playing Ritual of Soot, but more than likely probably the Meat Hook Massacre. Okay, so we see a Gary in the yard. Well, that was terrible. We're pretty weak to Shieldred, but... So the reason I did this is because if they have removal, this just equips my land for me. Whereas if they have a sweeper, it's pretty bad. Sure. So I was thinking of holding back. So then, do we just pump the more damage? Maybe we just pump the more damage here? Because they need Grey Merchant here. It was a little risky. We pushed through one more point of damage. Didn't realize I technically had lethal, but figure they would have something. We did also Coco for just a 3-drop. Didn't hit the 2. Will we get a Roper? Shieldred. And you're dead. Cool, 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 cool. Alright. Start a streak again. We were doing pretty well. Then we just got some weird variants going on our way. Couldn't really help it. Hopefully it's a creature deck. Oopsies. It's a bit telling, so that suggests to me they're not Greasefang. If it was Greasefang, they for sure would have taken the use. Really just need land here. Yeah. So this is probably Rakdos mid, not just Golgari. So Master's Rebuke's really good if they have like Gisa here. Tireless Tracker. Look at all these good cards I have that I can't cast. I got a clue. So I think we just Steel Leaf. Pass the turn. So that's good because they can turn on Revolt now. Which of course they'll have. They hit my Blizzard's Brawl. They are taking a chunk of damage, which is notable. Delirium? Yeah, that's actually pretty good for us because it means they... If I was them, I would have just popped it because then you get to eat the pack leader. I'm gonna do this. It can let me play my Vivian. They have creature, land, sorcery, Noxious Gearhulk. What the hell is this game?
We will adapt to any threat.
So I can double block on the Gear Hulk. Vivian's dead here. Cards, you could have like pick a card that you think you're gonna have to play around. That was in it. Titania off the top. Still don't have Delirium. They do get a card draw here. Can race them, hopefully, still. I think we just do that. Okay, so they should have Delirium online now. Ishkanot. Jesus. Getting triple Thoughtseize double pushed feels kind of bad. The hell's all this jank? Where is like the angels, like the actual decks I'm expecting to play? Because the thing is, as soon as I pick up Mono-red in this format, I'm going to be playing against angels. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. It's just like, hey, heard you might like this deck. Just give me Grace Fang so I could eat their graveyard. So I'm going to do this, because if they don't have Stomp, then I can get it out of range. If they do, it takes their whole turn. Hopefully it's not Stomp. It's Stomp. Lightning Strike, okay. That's fine. We're just going to Steel Leaf here. I can race them. That would be Embercleave. Cool. Big dumb elves on beasts. Alright. They tried to take us to Cleveland. We weren't going to have it. My 3-drop just does 5 damage. I don't need to equip it with anything. Alright, playing Don't Tase Me, Bro. Jangantha is probably Sack, if I had to guess. Could be Junda Traxa. Blittering Bolt's like very convenient for them to have. I think we do this. So I'm doing this because if they have a way to kill the old growth troll, now they could Atraxa. Is this 5-color Niv? Oh, this might... No, it's not Karuga Fires. I don't know what this is. So I can do 5. Okay. I was just seeing, so I could go 5. I could hit him for 14. That would get him close to blocking. They could have been Transmog or Creativity combo in Jund. I don't know. The island threw me off. There's the Jund version of the list that... No, they wouldn't be Creativity because of Jengantha Companion. I'm going to try this. We really want to draw an Elf on one. It's a little slow, but if it is a control matchup, we're okay. Greasefang. No. Sultai. Sultai Delirium. Where the hell is my Scavenging Goose? Try to find Scavenging Ooze or just... I think we apply pressure. This is the correct... Like, you're a turn late. If you were there last turn, it would have been great. Jace is super annoying. So I'm doing this because if they have a kill spell, they hit Old Growth Troll. Okay, so lots of Jaces in the yard. Okay, couple creeping chills. A silver smoke's coming back from the yard. Okay, so we're gonna start by drawing a card. That will allow me to collect it, company. Creature, instant, line, planeswalker, 5. Artifact, 6. I think we do that. It gives me like the most option. So I can double draw. I can have access to Scavenging Ooze. There are 15. So this just can't block to begin with. They have to gain some life. But I am able to gain some life as well. Okay, so... So I'm probably going to do this twice. So hit you. I just want some blockers. Let's do some quick math. 9, 13, 17. Oh, they're just dead. They're just dead. Alright, we're going in the right direction. Heading in the right direction. We had a slight detour. Our opponent decided to Emrakul us. We got Ugin, we got Emrakulled. Okay, we want opponent to be on a graveyard deck again, please. Fatal Push. It's actually a bit interesting how we want to proceed this turn. So I have a couple options. Obviously the Scrap Gorger can get something bigger. I can fight this. It does put me a little bit... I think the fight is the correct line here. They're most likely either like a fight rigging deck, perhaps, or like some sort of mid-range shell. I'm gonna take a chance and say they don't have a sweeper. I don't think you play Scrap Gorger if you're gonna be playing into a sweeper. Lots of damage. Lots of damage. Take the bait. You don't take the bait. So I can Ronus. I think we just Vivian here. Now, they could have a Fatal Push, but this gives me a lot of power still. Invoke Despair. That's actually really interesting what I hit here. Because I kind of want the land, and the drawing's actually a bit of a disservice here. I was hoping they didn't have that. Okay, so... Just kind of play to that. Shieldred's a hell of a card. Could I get a fight spell one time? One time fight spell. One time fight spell. I think at this point, if they have another invoke, I get rid of the Elvish Mystic. We took a chance with like that fight. We didn't even have something big enough power to fight the Shieldred. Opponent just powering through these invokes. So the good thing is Ooze can gain me some life at least. I actually should have attacked with this as well. Because I could have just pumped with Ronis if they messed up. The Shieldred's gained them so much life this game. Master's Rebuke, Blizzard's Brawl, anything. All right. See, Liliana come down.
This is my home, and I don't appreciate when people touch my things.
I think we do that.
Haven't you ever heard of personal space?
So they could attack in with Shieldred. Oh no, figure it out. Got him? Got him! No Shieldred can stop me. No Shelly can stop me. I am unshellable. See if we can get to flat one. El Fuego. Kahira's control. Doing this pre-combat in case they have sensor. See, make disappear. I need to put enough pressure on the board so that they sweep potentially. Honestly, it's not terrible. But this does play me into the Wandering Emperor, which has me a little scared. So I'm just going to hold off. Not a great start. Because at least next turn, if I can attack in and draw a card, it has some utility. And this means that if they play Teferi, I could try to sneak in this Collected Company. And if they counter here... So, if they have Settled the Wreckage, then I'm just like screwed. So they have to either do pre-combat if they kill something pre-combat. Okay, so we see the march there. At this point, I'm not going to play another elf. I don't get much utility out of it. We did put a Vivian to the bottom, which kind of sucks. Vivian's very good in this matchup. Lets us provide a lot of card advantage. Yep.
Finally, I'm home. You are not much of a roadblock.
So at this point, I have to play into a sweeper. I just can't do anything. Hopefully they play Temporary Lockdown. They get a little ambitious. Oh my god. I'm gonna end this man's whole career.
Until next.
Kevin, thank you. Appreciate it greatly.
May your blade strike true.
Is this the best Beseju of all time? Hopefully they don't have March with discard. Yeah, they don't. Why did I play the land? Why did I play the land? Kahira follow-up's good. Give him less info. Have another Wandering Emperor. Come on, Coco, Coco. Where's my Coco? Where's my Ronus? Ronus is actually not great in this matchup. We got K-Dog. I gotta do this. I'm fully expecting a Wandering Emperor, but again, you could only play around what you actually have.
You started this way, but I'm going to end it.
The thing here is they don't need to do the block here.
People.
And now this has Vigis. So they probably tuck here. Little short. And then Kahira is annoying because it's always going to be offense defense. It's not terrible. Maybe get big enough. I got enough garbage in the yard. I imagine they have something here. This matchup's kind of iffy. The Wandering Emperor is very good against our deck. While we have very big things, it provides them like an angle of access where I don't have to commit into a board, like a board clear, but at the same time, then they just play this out and they get me. Going the safer route here, so.
Protect the people.
This is just Big Shark. Go. So, most likely dead, but we'll see. If I can get a Vivian, it helps. But I am out of creatures, so I can't get bigger than a 7. Now, let's just go to the next game. Too many angles. That one's always a bit frustrating. I really hate what the Wandering Emperor has done to blue-white control. Between, like, March being an efficient removal for creature lands, just being 1 mana. The fact that the Emperor... I hate that interaction. Because, like, before with control, you were able to, you know... The proper thing is don't overcommit to board wipe. But with the Emperor, like, being flash, just everything it does, just makes it really awkward from a creature standpoint. Opponent goes first. We'll try this. It's a bit tough sometimes. There is a way you can build this deck. Obviously, things like Questing Beast are good. Other style of effects. Okay, so... Incidentally, if this is Mono Green Devotion, this matchup's awful for us. Okay, we got Bloat Boy. So I'm actually going to play out the Old Growth Troll here. And I think I'm going to attack. If they want to trade Ooze for 2 Elves, I'm fine. Hey, Kevin. Probably not at this point. I've been playing bad decks. Like, if I wanted to... Okay, what the hell is Kogala doing here? Jesus Christ. Like, I've just been playing, like, mid-tier decks. Nothing, like, superb. Okay, so I can double block potentially on something. What's got more utility? Just throw an elf in front of something. Probably. Like, no one has ever played Kogula. And now I'm getting Storm the Festival, Kogula, like... What is this deck? What is this deck? It's probably Portal to Phyrexia. God Pharaoh statue. Interesting one. That was very good. That was very good indeed. Yeah, it's gotta be. Okay, so I pump here. So attack here, attack here. They have to double block on the Karn. Okay, so they opt to not block at all. So we'll eat a Kogula. And I'm going to eat this Festival so they don't get value here. And then I'll just eat one more thing in their yard. So that was like the best possible Coco. So we'll take back the things we said about the Arena Shuffler. Hey Magic, how's it going? Just start eating away. Kevin, thank you! Much appreciated. So depending on how they block, I can also eat this Old Growth Troll in the graveyard when it comes in. So I think I want to push through some trample damage here. I might have had lethal. Thank you, thank you. It's much appreciated. So again, folks, every dollar I earn this month from YouTube revenue is going to be donated to a local food bank. So all these gifted subs, the coffee's not for me this month. It is going to be for the community at large, helping to feed the homeless and people who are a little down on their luck right now. Financially, things are tough for a bunch of people. So this is all going back to the community at this point. I appreciate it. I like playing Magic. I like interacting with the community. And we can use this avenue to also help out the community at large. Superior mono green deck. Kogula or... Alright, turn 3 Vivian. Let's go. Don't interact with me, bro. Turn 3 Vivian. Maestro Theater. What are we playing against? This hand's actually pretty awful if we can't get Vivian out on 3. Alright, let's just have opponent tap out. Are they self-mill, us mill, them mill? Okay, they're making us mill.
Every creature deserves life.
So we'll just try to push out as much damage as possible. Cacophony is pretty good against us. We want to be mindful of what we're playing off the top here, obviously.
Surrender your mind to Phyrexia's will. We can improve upon your ideas.
Interesting. So they went that route. So I could do this to do Scavenging Ooze. That lets me eat a couple cards in the graveyard. Actually, I like that. And I'll explain the reason why in a sec. Because this is going to trigger. And I don't want them to be able to cast it from their graveyard.
Retreat is the sensible action.
So, no free value for you. And then this can just let me eat away at my graveyard. Vivian's also nice because we have to see what's on top. So, like, Blizzard's Brawl doesn't seem like it's going to do anything this matchup, especially because we have 1. At most, they're probably playing a Rune Crab. Alright. Crab Core. No land from opponent. So we're going to do this because if they kill this, it generates me more mana. So I could basically just... So we'll do that. Do that. Eat their crab. Actually, I should probably prioritize my graveyard because they have Jace. Well, I'm probably not because I can't. Well, I have 15 cards, so it's fine. Xaxes! What are we at with this one? What are we at? 56.29. A little bit of a nosedive, but so we went 7 and 5, but that was like losing 3 in a row. And then we've won 6 out of 7, which isn't bad. I think we're 1 away from... Let's try to get Plat 1. Try to get Plat 1. See how that goes. Opponent goes first. Hand's good. I can fight something on 2. I can Ronus on 2. I can play these 2 out. So it gives me a lot of optionality, which I like. Basic Forest. So with Basic Forest... I can do this. which is probably the best. Yeah. Okay. It's just thinking, because you could do this, or you could do that. Like, all things considered, it's probably the best line. Alright, I have been going for about 5 hours today. I think we ended off there. I appreciate everyone, the support, the gifted memberships, everything with that. I'll get this gameplay up and a whole bunch of others that we played today up on the channel over the next couple days, along with the meta updates, but appreciate everyone stopping by. We will catch you next time. Like I said, I'll try to do these on the weekends, do some live ones, join in with the community. And then we'll get the regular meta stuff up throughout the week as the new stuff comes through. And then leading up, when we do the early access, I'll be able to stream the entirety of it onto YouTube as well. So I appreciate everyone stopping by. Have a great one. Stay safe out there, and chat with you in the comments.